Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians Cast Unlimited. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Alex. What's up, Alex?
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so in case you guys don't remember, this aspect of the Real Whovians Cast focuses on someone only once. So there's always a new person in each episode, and they can only appear once. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask Alex a whole bunch of questions about his whole Doctor Who history. Okay, so Alex, I know we talked about this before, and they may be repetitive to you, but this is like a catalog, a better way to grasp the members, and, you know, we're going to talk again like I asked you before. What was your first experience with Doctor Who? You want to describe how you came across Doctor Who, like how long you've been watching it for, your first episode?
The vaguest episode I remember watching was Remembrance of the Daleks, but I more recall when Battlefield was shown when I was younger.
Okay.
But I didn't realise at the time it was the last series.
Right.
Then they started doing the VHS releases, and then that's when I got into it more as a younger kid.
Okay.
And then I started to take out library books and reading up on history, you know, before the Paul McGann saga happened.
Right. Yeah, 1996. Now, so did you like Sylvester McCoy as a doctor, being that he was your first doctor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Everybody loved that first doctor, yeah.
Sylvester McCoy is my first doctor, but my favourite doctor has got to be William Hartnell. Okay.
Very good. Now, after your experience with Sylvester McCoy, were you able to go back, and what was the first doctor you watched? Or did you continue Sylvester McCoy's whole run? Like, how did that work? I know it wasn't, you know, did you buy all the episodes? What did you do? Where did you go? Did you watch it on TV?
Well, no, the problem is after it finished showing on the BBC, it just wasn't on there all the time. They just had some episodes crop up now and again, but it was trying to get hold of the VHS releases. And back in the early 90s, we were limited to the number of VHS releases.
Right, so the technology wasn't there like we've got today where we could communicate, find a way to get it.
Yeah.
Shipped. It was just the computers weren't even really there. It was like, you know, right. So you had like the magazines, like just to keep you up to date with Doctor Who stuff, like Doctor Who magazines.
The magazines I used to read. There was my local library, which is shut down now. I used to go there and read some of the books and also look through the history guides, just to get my knowledge of Doctor Who.
Okay.
And then the vaguest remember I getting on VHS was Death to the Daleks. And I kept watching that over and over again. But the other thing that drew me more to Doctor Who was the Peter Cushing movies.
Oh, you like those?
Yeah. Getting them on I got both movies on a double VHS release. And I kept watching Daleks 2000, Invasion 2025 and 50 OD over and over again.
Wow. So now you had a VCR, right? Back then?
Yeah.
Did you have a laser disc? You didn't have a laser disc, right? You know what that was?
No, too expensive.
Okay. And you didn't have a Betamax, like you didn't have just a VCR. You didn't have the other one, right? There was a.
I don't really vaguely remember the Betamax.
Yeah. Okay.
Before my time.
Okay. So, well, how old are you?
I'm 35.
35. Okay. So, how old are you when you saw Remembrance of the Daleks?
I was born in 1984. I think about 5 or 6 years old at the time.
Oh, okay.
But I remember Battlefield more.
Right. So it hooked you. That was it. All you had to see that. What a great season, too. You know?
Yes, it was. I'm surprised it was the last season.
I know. So what really, after seeing those few episodes, What really made you, because again, you were a child, so you were at the mercy of, like, you ask your parents, you want to see this, you want to see that. You didn't really know what doctors, you were young. So what age were you really, where you got to go backwards and get caught up with the previous doctors, like watching,
I think it was, about 10 years old.
Okay, you were 10. Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the first doctor you saw other than Sylvester McCoy?
John Pertwee.
John Pertwee. Okay.
Yeah.
And you saw his whole run, or you got to see some episodes? And then...
No, it was just Death to the Daleks on VHS.
Right.
That was it.
Okay.
But the thing is, then I started to learn more about them, and then I watched William Hartnell's Daleks Invasion of Earth, and that's where I got hooked.
Okay.
That's when
that was the main thing.
I like the first Doctor, and also I loved the Daleks back then.
Yes.
I don't mind them today, but...
Right. Have you seen every single Doctor's episode?
Nearly.
Oh, okay.
But
all John Pertwee, all Tom Baker, right?
Well, I've caught up with the John Pertwees and been watching them online.
Okay.
The Tom Baker's is a back catalogue trying to get through. I watched Peter Davison's era, but some episodes were completely boring and I couldn't understand.
Okay.
Colin Baker, that's a whole different fish I want to go down. And
you don't like Colin Baker?
No, it's something to do with, let's just say, one season and Trial of the Time Lords.
You didn't really like Colin Baker, though?
Well, I don't mind Colin Baker. It's a shame you didn't have more to do.
More to do, right? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but Sylvester McCoy, I think they were regularly available on VHS.
Now, when you saw the pilot to Paul McGann, they tried to restart it in America on Fox.
Yeah.
And of course, it didn't get picked up. Did you like Paul McGann's appearance as the Doctor, like the pilot?
I didn't mind him becoming, the Doctor. I knew who Paul McGann was because my mum watched a few dramas with him and his brothers in it.
Okay.
And when he became the Doctor, I thought, this could be the start. And then we find out, no, it's not.
Right.
And then after that, it was like, oh, great, here we go again.
It was quiet again to 2005, basically. So, what about Christopher Eccleston?
When Christopher Eccleston came in as the Doctor, I wasn't too sure about it. But so watching Rose, the first episode, that's where it brought me in.
Okay. What about David Tennant?
David Tennant's okay.
You like David Tennant?
Yeah, bit flamboyant, bit over the top, but it was a good. Let's just say he brought the role to himself.
Right. What about Matt Smith?
Matt Smith, I liked.
Okay.
I don't care what anyone says.
Matt Smith more than David Tennant?
Yes, because it was a change.
Okay. What about Peter Capaldi?
Peter Capaldi, I like and all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind Peter Capaldi. It's a shame he didn't get,
Yeah. Now, what about Jodie Whittaker? I know we heard your opinion before, but I have to rehash. We have to go.
I've got to give her a chance. It's only one series at the moment, but as we've all said, as long as she's got a good script, we have to wait and see.
So now you like William Hartnell is your favorite, right? And what about Patrick Troughton?
Right. The thing is about Patrick Troughton, I didn't learn until I watched The Invasion. But I'm still on the level. Let's just say I like William Hartnell, and my little brother loves Patrick Troughton. Okay.
Have you seen a lot of episodes of Patrick Troughton, or a little bit?
I'm catching up a bit, but the problem is I want to see the whole thing of Patrick Troughton. But I know the problem with the missing episodes.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So now, did you collected a lot of the toys, a lot of the action figures, a lot of the memorabilia books you said you got. Are you into video games or no?
All right, I have played the Doctor Who online video game.
Okay.
Loved it.
Okay. I know
Wasn't too sure on the PlayStation one.
How do you feel now that you've seen all the doctors, like with Jodie Whittaker, and now we're taking another break, because I know you've seen from New Who when they took a break all the time and they split the season and they this and they that. Do you think that's a good thing for the show to take a year and a half off or something like that when it would just had a new doctor?
Not if they just had a year off 2 years ago, no.
Right.
No.
I mean, that's going to be hard for her to build up a new, you know.
Yeah. The thing is that why do Series 11 and then, oh, sorry, we've got nothing to show you this year because, you know, we haven't bothered.
Right.
What's the point?
And then the merchandise went down to nothing now, so
yeah,
like they killed it, you know.
I just want to see, let's just say, what Russell T Davies did, right? Knocks out 4 series, done, 4 specials?
Oh, with David Tennant.
Yeah, but the thing is, he had a plan.
Yeah.
Stephen Moffat had sort of a plan.
Right.
But balancing 2 shows. Chibnall, we don't know what his plan is.
Yeah. I don't think he understands like, you have a build-up, you ride the wave when it's popular, when it's in, it's hip, it's hot.
Yes.
It's like, nah, I'm going to get off the beach. It's like, no, man, you got to pop out some stuff because it's popular now. Nah, I'll be back in a year. I'll be back in a year and a half. It's like, no. It's not like Broadchurch when you can just, you know. So.
I know. I've never watched Broadchurch.
But I don't think he knew what he was getting into, I don't think.
No. The thing is, we knew Russell T Davies had the master plan. He was planning it, for 2 years?
He was
Moffat knew what he was doing, but he had another TV show to balance. What Chibnall's doing, I don't think he hasn't got a clue.
Right. I don't think so either.
If me or you was a showrunner and we got announced to be the new showrunner, at least we knew what we were going to come in and do.
Oh, yeah. But I wouldn't do, like, if we were announced, I would want to make sure my stuff was prepared. I wouldn't just say, let's go next week. And, I want to write the scripts. I want to make sure it's...
Yeah.
You got to have time. You can't be, like, rushed to do it,
Also, get everything together. Make sure what monsters are going to be prepared for it. If you're redesigning the Daleks or the Cybermen, make sure the suits are ready in advance before they go to filming.
But I also think, too, like, a writer's room needs to be a writer's room. Like, everybody should know what everybody's episode is, so there's no continuity problems. You know what I'm saying? So if one episode they do something crazy with the character, then next week that writer can't do something because they did something already. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to know, like Bill Potts for a second, right? Bill Potts, she was a loner. She didn't have any friends. Her whole thing was to support her mother, take care of her mother. And then all of a sudden we get a different writer and it's, I'm popular, I have friends, I'm moving out, I'm not taking care of my mother, the hell with my mother, I'm bashing Capaldi's doctor, he's granddad. And then you get a writer again and she's back home again. It's like, so it's like it's like a ping pong or like a yo-yo. You give me a headache, like, which is the real Bill Potts?
Yes, true.
Then they build up that, it's her like she's going out with this girl. And then it was a simulation, but it's destiny that she dates this girl in real life, with the truth monks. And then she goes out with the girl, and then they do nothing of it. Like, nothing, because we got the puddle monster coming back. So, and that's another thing, too. She goes away with the puddle monster. The puddle monster saves the day. And she's like, I'll be back in time for tea. But then where did she go? Did she die? Because she never came back to the TARDIS. So that's unless they came back and the TARDIS was gone already, which, how about you explain it? Because then when we see her again, we see that she's dead already, and her memories are encased in like whatever, and these creatures, which I still to this day don't think they were even good guys at all. You know, I think they had some purpose because they stopped the Doctor from playing the videotape. But anyway, all right. So let's talk about monsters, right? Who is your favorite villain? Cybermen.
I love these designs.
Okay.
I've always loved the invasion design.
Okay.
Especially with the wetsuit.
So you are all for Jodie Whittaker to encounter the Cybermen in Series 4?
Yes. I'm all for Jodie to encounter redesigned Cybermen.
Does she fight them for one episode or 2-episode arc?
Probably one episode just to settle in.
Really? I would give her a 2-parter. We need some 2-parters. She needs some
It could work if they have the first part where the Cybermen are in the background,
right? Until
their grand revealment at the end, where they're behind the whole thing.
Now, I said, because we even saw when they were doing promotions for Series 11, Jodie Whittaker said that she really wanted to fight the Weeping Angels. You know? Yeah. And I remember when Matt Smith, he's like, I really want to have dinosaurs. I really want to do this. I really want to do that, right? So, and we also heard that Chibnall, like a fan asked, and Chibnall gave in. And he says, all right, maybe she will fight classic monsters. She will fight, you know. But I always heard this story that, and again, I don't know how far it was to becoming truth, but Moffat was going to hand over the Weeping Angels to Neil Gaiman for a 2-parter. And because they said American Ride, you know, like he was going to do a 2-parter, and like they even described something, a little bit of it. So ever since I heard something like that, I was like, oh, I want a 2-part Weeping Angel story. You know, because I love the Weeping Angels.
I think
now we're hearing a rumor that she is going to be encountering the Weeping Angels in Series 12. Which I'm totally 1,000,000% on board with.
Yeah.
I hope it's a 2-parter. I really love the multi-part story, the story arcs, the key to time. Like, I'm crazy over that stuff. And if they like a Utopia Sound, the Drum Blast, and Time Lords, I'm like all in for that. Not the crappy Truth Monks garbage, but I'm all into like the big story arcs. And if they could do a 2-part or 3-parter. They could do a 2-part Weeping Angels, a 2-part Cybermen, a Master one. Maybe there's a new Master. I mean, that would be great. Then you would have an awesome season.
Yeah. The thing is about the Master. What I've listened to by the audios compared to the TV episodes, you just don't know which Master incarnation's which. Missy could be the End Master, but there could have been other Masters before her.
See, the last incarnation was from Deadly Assassin, and then you got a whole new cycle of regeneration.
Yeah.
You know, the last incarnation of the Doctor was the Watcher, supposedly. You know, because the one before that was if it was the Valyard, but then they said that because the Watcher was like the angelistic whatever compared to the demonic Deadly Assassin Master. So like pure white, pure whatever, that was the Doctor, like the Watcher. Which to this day they never really explained if he actually regenerated into himself for whatever purpose, because that would also change the entire timeline as well. But anyway, now with a new cycle, I strongly believe that Missy used the Vortex Manipulator to absorb the blast. And that she will be out of there because she's playing dead, but she's not really dead because, you know, the Dalek shooter, she absorbs the blast. The Brigadier as a Cyberman shoots her, she absorbs the blast because that's how you power the Vortex Manipulator. It needs energy.
Well, one thing I would love to see is the pre-Roger Delgado Masters.
Well, I'm not a fan of that.
No,
Because I always felt that Roger Delgado, they should have had it where he was the first master, and then something happened. Like, there was an old comic strip, I believe, where he wound up using all these regenerations because it was something to do with a black hole or something like that, and like a lot of them got wasted, like just wasted. He's trying to survive in space. I don't remember it too clearly, but I don't like that they're doing that in the Big Finish audios where they're having the first master encounter the first Doctor. Because the first Doctor had no idea who the hell the master was. Because, you know, if you've seen, like, you know, 5 Doctors, it was like, what? Who's this guy? You know? So,
yeah,
it's not like he encountered him until he was John Pertwee's Doctor. That's when he probably didn't encounter him at all until he was the 3rd Doctor. You know, and like when he was first Doctor, yes, when they were really, really, really young, they went to school and they whatever together, but like they didn't really encounter each other for like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years until he was 3rd Doctor. You know, so I don't like them retconning things. That's something I'm not a fan of. Just like I wasn't a fan of the War Doctor being put in there, like that pissed me off. I love John Hurt and I love his movies, but you know he's not a doctor. I always felt that potion, because the regenerations weren't working, it was past its time, that the potion itself was a regeneration, you know, and that it took the place of what was to come, and then when it was done, then the actual incarnation surfaced, you know, Christopher Eccleston. So, but anyway, so all right, so Cybermen is your favorite. What about the Silence? I'm going to mention some villains now.
The Silence, there was a lot of potential there for Series 6. But I just don't know what went wrong. No, I didn't mind them. I just don't know what went wrong.
Right. They kind of ruined them in the... They wanted to have him help him in you know, Time and Doctor, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
What about the Madame Corvarian?
I really want to wring her neck.
You don't like her?
No.
Oh. Okay.
The thing is, they just get absolutely angry and decide to go back along the Doctor's timeline and just to kill him before he reaches friends.
Well, see, the thing, there's got to be... See, I'm a writer, too, and you don't just go down somebody's time stream unless that person did something bad to you, or in a way she thinks he... Like, something... there has to be a future incarnation of the Doctor where the companion is Madame Corvarian. Or like a young teenage Madame Corvarian, and then something happens, the Doctor doesn't agree with her, maybe she gets stranded like Perry or something, and then she devotes her life to destroying the Doctor. It could be something crazy like that. So I want to see that, because it's got to be pretty big for someone to devote their life to something they don't believe in, like a church, and then get the means to time travel to undermine everything. So there's got to be other alliances involved with Madame Corvarian, because she had armies, she had the church, she had the Silence, she had the Headless Monks. God knows, like she was trying to deal with Dori Moldavar, he wasn't having it. But like maybe she encountered Omega, maybe she encountered like, you know, I don't know, somebody, like different people were like assisting her. Like, you know, maybe the Great Intelligence was assisting her. Maybe it was one big team up thing that we never got to see. You know, the fact that she was able to generate energy to project the Ganger Amy outside the universe had to be Omega helping her or something, because nobody has that kind of energy to do that. So I would think that there was like some type of supervillain team up type of thing, like that we just didn't get to see, that they were assisting her but not directly getting involved, because maybe Omega didn't really want to face the Doctor. I mean, the last time you saw him, he got shot. Like Peter Davison's Doctor shot him with a gun. You know, it's like, oh my God. You know, so maybe he just did not. He wanted to help her, but not be directly involved. And a lot of villains too probably would not want the Doctor on their tail. Like when the Doctor was pissed off, he destroyed every single cyber ship while Rory cracked a smile. You know, it's like he was angry. So, like, you really don't want to piss the Doctor off because you never really got to see him pissed off. So I tend to think, when I think of Moffat's unfinished reveals, I tend to think that there was like this big supervillain team up where the Great Intelligence was part of Madame Kavarian, was part of Omega, part of this whole big thing we didn't get to see, you know?
Yeah.
But we never will, unfortunately. All right, so what about like the Sea Devils, the Centaurans? I mean, like, you know, you had, what did you think of anybody that you didn't like? Anybody you did like? What's going on?
Right. One enemy I did hate. How can I put it? I really don't understand. Oh God! Classic. Hold on. I'm trying to remember the name of the enemy because I've got it on.
The Draconians?
No.
The Silurians?
The Warlord.
Oh, you talking from Patrick Trout?
Yeah, the War Games. There was no. Yeah, they wanted to like invade the galaxy, but there was no more proper information.
Didn't they reveal stuff in the audios?
I haven't listened to them really.
I have to ask. Because I know they never really appeared. I thought they appeared in the audience. I got to find out.
Yeah, I've got to find out. No, because the thing is, just doing all those games, and then, you know, it's like the back against the wall. Mm. And I have to call in the Time Lords just to sort
Time Lords just come in and they just goodbye.
Yeah.
Fade right out. You're done. And then they punish the Doctor and regenerate.
That's one enemy. Most of the other bad guys I didn't mind. The one bad guy I found particularly interesting was the Fendrick.
Oh, Christopher Fendrick?
Yes.
That was Sebastian McCoy. That was great.
But the audios did it more justice. When you listen, yeah.
I love the fact that, you know, these villains are talking to the Doctor like he was from Agent Gallifrey and he was probably the worst of the villains. And it's like they're talking to him like they're his buddy. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you good? Why are you this? And he's like a chess piece that he tried to have break Ace's faith in him, right? It was amazing. And it just, I love that. Did she call him I think she called him a bastard, right? I think Ace. Yeah, probably. Yeah. But still, he defeated everybody. That was like the cleanup season. Gonna wipe out Scarro, gonna wipe out the Cybermen, gonna wipe out everybody. Clean slate. He almost smashed the Master's brains in Survival. I mean, with a rock. Yeah. So it was like craziness. So, yeah, I like Sylvester McCoy's Doctor was excellent. Battlefield was one of my favorites. So, besides
the thing is,
Daleks.
Listening to the Sylvester McCoy audios these days, it's bringing out more in him.
Right.
And I've got a funny feeling, now they're adapting the novels to audio. I think it's Lumbro, it might be coming to audio series. Because in the Lumbro novels, that's where it was his final time before he regenerates into the 8th.
Okay. Well, he was a Doctor for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
But the Fendrick, that was clever. Especially when they, what was it? It was a throwaway in the Silver Nemesis.
So it's the same. It was the same season. Right?
No. Curse Fendrick was 89. Silver Nemesis was 88.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
But
it was Remembrance of the Daleks. Wait, we have Remembrance of the Daleks, Battlefield, right?
No, it was Remembrance of the Daleks. The Greatest Show in the Galaxy. No, not the great. The one with the pink TARDIS.
Happiness Patrol.
That's it. Happiness, Silver Nemesis, and the Greatest Show in the Galaxy. Followed by Battlefield, going on to
Ghost. No, there was Ghost Light. Wait a minute. No, that's not what I remember. Hold on. Because I remember Ghostlight was in, I think, the last season too, wasn't it?
Yeah, Ghostlight was the last season. I think it was Battlefield, Curse of Frederick, Ghostlight, and then Survival.
Let me just want to see. Because I remember it was definitely. Hold on. Okay, so season 25 was Remembrance of the Daleks happens to patrol Silver Nemesis Great in the Galaxy. Right. And then Battlefield, Ghostlight, Curse of Fenric, Survival. Yes. Okay. Yes, Battlefield was the opener. That's right.
Yeah.
Ghostlight, Curse of Fenric. Yeah. Well, two good. I mean, I think 2 good seasons out of 3 because this first season was like, you know.
Well, script Andrew Carmel did have his master plan.
Yeah, because I wasn't crazy about it.
Yeah, shame he never got it fully established in 1990 because apparently in 1990, Sylvester McCoy was supposed to regenerate into the 8th Doctor.
Which one? And then the season after that, you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because I watched the documentary. That's what the plan was. Great show.
I'm glad it didn't happen that way.
Yeah. But there's one episode I never particularly fond of, Enlightenment.
The what?
Enlightenment.
I love Enlightenment. That's with the Last Guardian.
Yeah, I fell asleep for it.
Oh, the Black Guardian, Guardian. But that's not the last. They was revealed that he's going to fight the Black Guardian one more time.
Yeah. I
like that. There was like the sails in space, like the ships in space.
Yeah.
I like that.
I just fell asleep.
Wow. You don't like Peter Davison too much, did you? I
don't mind Peter Davison. I think he's just...
Some of his episodes you said you didn't like.
Yeah, some episodes were completely boring.
Mm.
I think I'm more of what you call it, the action type.
But you didn't see all Tom Baker's episodes, did you?
No, I've still got a lot to go through with Tom Baker. The only one season I've got a chance to watch with Tom Baker was his first season.
Wow. Oh my God, that's a lot you missed in Tom Baker. That's my favorite doctor.
I know.
Yeah. All right, so great cast. Awesome.
Yep.
I wonder who we're going to get on this next. All right, thank you, Alex. Take care. Bye for now.